I haven't made cakes for a long time. Summer is a great season for fruit desserts, especially when a large number of different berries ripen in the gardens. I have long wanted to make a gooseberry cake, and to be sure with jelly, but I do not like jelly in bags. I recognize only berry jelly of my own preparation. There are a lot of recipes for gooseberry jelly, but I wanted to make such a jelly for a cake so that any hostess could do it. So, the jelly recipe has been found and, as always, adapted to the capabilities of ordinary home cooks. A sponge cake with cottage cheese cream, gooseberries, and gooseberry jelly is presented to your attention. Fragrant, sour, and very tasty. Enjoy your meal. In a deep cup, break the eggs and pour sand. Beat the mass for 4 to 5 minutes until fluffy. Then add the sifted flour and baking powder. Beat with a mixer for a couple of minutes. Grease the bowl from the slow cooker with oil and pour out the dough. Bake the sponge cake on the baking mode for 1 hour 10 minutes. Then take the bowl with the biscuit out of the slow cooker. Do not pull out the biscuit yet, but cover the bowl with a towel and wait for 20 to 30 minutes. Then transfer the biscuit to a plate. Wash all the gooseberries well and free them from the tails. Dry the berries. 250 grams. Put gooseberries in a saucepan and crush them with a crush so that the berries give all their flesh. Pour water into a saucepan. Put sugar, stirring, bring the contents of the saucepan to a boil, then strain through a sieve, squeezing the berries as much as possible. Pour 10 tablespoons into a glass and refrigerate. This will be impregnation. Leave the rest of the syrup in a bowl at room temperature. Now let's do the cream. Cottage cheese, powder and cream. Cottage cheese and cream should be cooled. Put in a deep container. Beat for 2 to 3 minutes. Then add the cream thickener and beat again for about a minute or two. The cream is ready. Put part of the cream in another bowl. It will be needed to coat the cake, and add 140 grams of gooseberries, cut in half, to the other part. Beat the gooseberry cream for a minute. Put all the cream in the refrigerator. Cut the sponge cake into 3 cakes and soak it with gooseberry syrup, which we put in the refrigerator. Then we will assemble the cake. Put half of the cream with gooseberries on the bottom cake, cover with the second cake. Thus, we will layer the whole cake. The whole cake will be smeared with cream without gooseberries, and along the edge with the help of a pastry bag with a curly nozzle we will lay out a cream rim. Pour gelatin into the remaining gooseberry syrup and leave for 10 to 15 minutes so that the gelatin swells. To decorate the gooseberry berries, we will wash them, free them from the tails, dry them and cut them in half. Take the cake out of the refrigerator and lay the gooseberry halves cut up. Then put the nectarine and pumpkin seeds cut into slices on the cake. In fact, then you can decorate to your taste, not necessarily with nectarine. Put the syrup with gelatin in the microwave and warm it up with pulses, stirring. The gelatin should dissolve. Do not allow boiling. Let the gooseberry jelly cool down a little. Pour the resulting jelly into the middle of the cake. Put the cake in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Decorate the finished cake with mint leaves. And now you can invite your household and guests to the table.